Hopefully we'll get this all set up. There we go. Yeah, take what you need, leave what you don't, modify to make it work for you as always. So we'll start in the seat. And go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Find a little bit of a squeeze there, an engaging squeeze, and then draw your shoulders back so you can maybe just squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more, and then allow the shoulders to drop. Do that one more time, draw them up, squeeze, create a little bit of tension. Notice that tension, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, feel the front of the chest expand a little bit more, and then allow the shoulders to relax. And you can keep your palms facing down on your knees, or if you feel like it expands the chest a little bit more and opens things up, you can flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Sometimes that just natural experience just like happens whenever we just rotate the forearms. Allow the eyes to close. See if you can soften the jaw. And just take a calming breath in. And find ease on your exhale. Maybe even open up the mouth. Do that a few more times just to land in the space that you are in within the four corners of your mat, wherever that may be. And take notice of maybe what has already shifted. Sometimes it's like all it takes is just stillness and a few rounds of breath to feel that shift in our nervous system or shift in our body, our physical body. Especially if we've been coming from a place where we've been buzzing all around, doing. And then we find that place of pause. And our body reacts with gratitude. Our mind reacts with gratitude for that pause. And you can choose to, of course, stay here for as long as you'd like if that pause is like truly what your body and your mind have been craving. If you'd like to find just a little bit more movement, we'll start off slow and build, but move with our breath. So that will be the most important thing that you really focus on for your time today. So take a breath in, lift your chin and lift your face up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest. And keep your chin there for a moment and then roll your right ear over to the right. Feel the side of your neck lengthen and then roll your chin back down towards the center. And then opposite ear draws towards your other shoulder. And come back to center. Again, lift your chin, lift your face, a big breath in. And then look straight ahead. Find neutral in the neck. Start to sweep your arms out and up. Take a big breath in just to reach overhead here and release the fingers. You'll press the palms up. Now this time lift the chin, lift the face. as you press the ceiling away. So nice. And then as you exhale, look straight ahead first and then drop your chin to your chest. Arms will come out to the side and grab opposite wrists behind you or palm over palm onto your low back. And then start to squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more, like drawing the elbows back. Keep that. Lift the chin, lift the face, big breath in. So nice. And then look straight ahead, release. Take your hands in front of you. You can remove any pillow or block you have underneath you and meet me in tabletop pose. So you'll be in your hands and your knees. You spread your fingers nice and wide apart. Your toes can be tucked under or untucked. And then take a breath in, drop the belly, and again, lift the chin, lift the face. Obviously, it won't come as high, that's okay. And then as you exhale, chin to your chest, round your upper back, like you're pressing that space in between your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Do that again. Inhale, find cow. Exhale, round into cat. Come back to neutral. Send your right leg behind you. Let it float into three-legged tabletop pose and roll that ankle around. Fan out the toes if you can. And start to then tuck the toes under. You'll press back through the heel. Get that stretch in the back of the leg. You'll spin that heel down just to reach the right arm up. Take a big breath in here. And then reach the right hand forward as you exhale. And slowly come up. Keep the same structure in the legs, arms out wide apart. And then drop the right hand down, left arm will rise. Coming into gate pose. Take one more big breath in right here, like you're reaching your left fingertips higher. And then as you exhale, your hands will come down. Tabletop pose. And start to crawl forward. And if it feels okay, come onto your belly. Take your hands a little bit wider apart and you'll tent them here. So your palms will lift up off the ground. Take a breath in to lift your chest up, finding a wide cobra pose. And then exhale, release. And do that one more time with your breath. Inhale to expand, lifting up. And then exhale to release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press back up, hands and knees. Walk your hands right underneath just to support right underneath your shoulders, and then send your left leg back. Roll the left ankle, wiggle the toes. You'll tuck the toes onto the ground and then press back through the left heel. And you'll spin that heel to the ground, reach the left arm up this time. Big breath in. And reach your left hand overhead. Reach it forward. So nice. One more inhale here. And then exhale. You'll rise up, arms out wide like the letter T. So drop the left hand down, right arm will reach up. In this gate pose, take one more big breath in, right fingertips reaching higher. And you'll bring the hands back down to the ground. Tabletop pose. Crawl the chest forward and the hands, lower onto your belly. Toes will point straight back, hands out wide again, that wide cobra pose. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to release. Do that one more time on your own. Breathe in to lift up. Maybe feel the chin rise a bit, and then exhale, release. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tabletop pose. You'll just walk the hands back. Take a breath in, find cow pose. A breath out to round into cat pose. Come back to neutral, just that tabletop, and walk your hands then up your thighs. You'll rise up onto your knees. Reach the arms out and up. Take a big breath in. You'll interlace the fingers above your head. Press your palms up like you did before. Look up. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Look straight ahead. And release that clasp of your hands and bring them to your low back like you did before. So either grabbing opposite wrists to like open through the chest, or just palm over palm. Step your right foot forward. Coming into that lunge. And like you did before, lift the chin, lift the face. Breathe in. And just like a gentle little back bend here, opening across the chest. If you need to find any movement in the neck, see if you can press down through your right big toe a little more. You'll find a little more balance as you might wobble a bit. It's okay. Reach the arms out and up, big inhale. And then exhale, release the hands down, tuck the back toes and lift the knee up. And just step your left foot up to meet the right. So at the top of your mat, you land in this forward fold. Nice and easy. Maybe even sway side to side if you want blocks under your hands for support. Also an option. Take a halfway lift. Hands can come to your shins or your knees. And then exhale, refold. Again, halfway lift, breathe in. And then this time, walk your hands up your thighs and just come up to standing. Coming into mountain pose. Arms down along your sides. Lift the palms forward to encourage that opening across the collarbones. Shrug the shoulders as you breathe in. Draw them back and down as you exhale. So just actively creating space in the neck. See if you can keep it as you reach the hands up on an inhale. Exhale, fold down. Take a halfway lift, hands to your knees or your shins or blocks. And step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down, coming back into that lunge. One more time to reach the hands up. And then bring right knee to meet the left. Tabletop pose. Breath in to find cow. Breath out to find cat. Come back to neutral. And again, walk your hands up your thighs. You'll rise up onto your knees. Start to reach your hands up overhead. Big breath in, interlace the fingers. Flip the palms up, look up. And then exhale, release the hands. Bring them to your low back. And really snug the elbows back as you step the left foot forward. Coming into that lunge, and you'll keep the arms as they are. Let the chest rise. Maybe even lift the chin. Again, just getting that little back bend here. Playing with balance. Drawing everything in towards your center here as you reach the arms up overhead. And bring your hands down to the ground. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up. Step your right foot up to meet the left. Landing in that fold. Pause for a moment. It should feel really nice maybe to bend the knees and just let the head hang. That feels like too much. Your hands can come to blocks, or you can even stay in a halfway lift. Your choice. We'll all meet in a halfway lift. And this time, just right away, walk your hands up the thighs, rise up to that mountain pose. Palms facing forward, breathe in, shrug the shoulders. Draw them back and down, allow them to fall. Keep that space in the neck, breathe in to reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift again, hands to your knees or your shin. You'll step your right foot back. Hands can come down, of course. Drop the right knee and then reach the arms up overhead, back into that lunge. Left knee comes to meet the right. Tabletop pose. Breathe in to find cow. Breathe out to find cat. Come back to neutral. We're gonna do that one more time, but add on, just a little different. Walk the hands up the thighs, rise up onto your knee. Reach the arms out and up, big breath in. Right away, step the right foot forward, finding that lunge. This time, your right hand grabs your left wrist and lean over to the right, creating a little bit more space in the left side. And then come up, hands come down, tuck the back toes, lift the knee up, step left foot to meet the right. Inhale to find halfway lift, take your time. Exhale to fold. This time, inhale to stand all the way up. Take your time if it feels like too much to stand up that quickly. And then this time, bring your hands to your heart center. See if you can think about that same opening and expanding across the chest. And soften the eyes. Maybe even gaze right over your fingertips. And you'll shift the weight into your your right foot, right foot. And then you'll pick your left foot up to find tree pose. So you can keep your gaze where it is. If you'd like to play with it a bit, you can even lift your eyes. Maybe you take a wobble. Maybe you fall. Just play with balance here. Sometimes for me, if I feel really ungrounded, just looking down right in front of my fingertips at that one spot on the ground can actually be grounding, even if I'm balancing. Take one more inhale and release the left foot down. Shrug your shoulders as you breathe in, palms face forward, and then allow them to fall as you exhale. Bend both knees and sit back into chair pose. You can either reach the arms up or they can come to your heart. So as you bend the knees and you sit back, and you still find that lifting of the chest. One more full breath in to stay. And a full exhale out. Start to shift the weight into the right foot. We are going to play with a little bit more balance. I need to step the left foot back and find warrior two. So your right toes stay forward. Your left toes face the long edge of your mat. Your arms are long, like the letter T, nice and wide. Now reverse your warrior. Right hand will rise. Start to straighten your right leg. You can give that right thigh a little bit of a break and find triangle pose. You can drop your right hand to your shin. If you have a block, I love to bring my hand to a block. And if you want, you can reach your top hand up towards the sky or reach it forward, kind of like we did when we were on the ground before. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, you'll slowly come back up. Parallel the feet. So your toes will face the long edge of your mat. Hands can come to your hips. Now bring the elbows behind you like before. Can you lift the chin, lift the face? It's like a recurring theme. And then fold forward. Into that wide leg forward fold. If you want to grab a block, if you have it, can come underneath your hands. You want to bend your knees a little more and then let your head drop. That feels so nice. Maybe shake the head. Yes. No. Softening the jaw. Take a halfway lift when you're ready. You'll see your right foot, frame it with your hands, bending your right knee, dropping your left knee down. Reach the arms up on an inhale. And then it's back to home base. Right knee meets the left. Tabletop pose. Take a breath in to find cow. A breath out to find cat. Tuck your toes under, and if you want, here's your downward facing dog. One and only for our practice today. But you can keep your knees bent if you really feel, if it feels good, you can start to pedal the feet. So bending one knee at a time. Sometimes that helps to lengthen the low back. Lengthen the back of the legs, of course. And you'll rise up onto your toes. Both heels will lift. Drop your knees back. And start to walk your hands back up your legs. We've got that all on the other side. You were blessed with two sides. I used to say that all the time teaching. Reach the arms out and up. Big breath in. And then right away, your left foot steps forward. So nice. Now this time, your left hand will create that bracelet. Wrap it around your right wrist. And then lean over to the left. Inhale back up to center. You'll bring your hands down to the ground. So you can tuck that back toe, lift the back knee up, and step the right foot forward. Readjust your feet if you need to. Halfway lift. Big breath in. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise at your pace. And bring your hands together at your heart center. Pause here. Take a breath in. Maybe even open up your mouth. One more like that. Huge inhale. Ease on your exhale. And shift your weight to your left foot. And find tree pose. And that might just mean just bringing your heel to your ankle. Just creating like a little kickstand with your toes still on the ground. That works. You want to play with balance a little bit more. That foot rises a little higher and comes to your shin. Maybe above the knee. Keep your gaze, if you can, on one spot. Find your breath. Last inhale here. Full exhale. And you'll release that right foot down. Come to that mountain pose or Tadasana, palms facing forward. Maybe even shrug the shoulders again as you breathe in. Allow them to fall back and down. And bend your knees, sit back into chair pose. Either arms alongside your ears or hands to your heart. Your choice. Finding that strength in your lower body, but softness and openness in the chest. Take one more big breath in and out. You'll shift the weight into the left foot. You'll pick that right foot up and just step it back nice and wide, open up, warrior two. That front foot bent just for a moment, front knee bent rather. You'll reverse, left hand will rise. Then you get to straighten that left leg. I like to even heel toe my back foot a little bit closer in, just to shorten the stance a bit, so I can find more strength in the legs to tip forward and find triangle. So if you have a block, awesome, under the hand. If not, it can lightly rest on your shin. Try not to lock that front knee out though. Can you find a bend in it? Reach the right arm high. Maybe reach it forward. One more huge inhale here. And you'll come up to standing. Parallel the feet. Hands to your hips. Can you lift the chest up, lift the chin, lift the face, and then fold forward into that wide, like forward fold. If you want to find movement here, I always offer that like sort of bending one knee and then the other. So coming into those lateral lunges, side to side here. And halfway lift, breathe in. Hands will frame your left foot. Coming into that lunge, bend the right knee. Reach the hands up overhead. Big breath in to rise. Left knee comes to meet the right. Tabletop pose. Walk the hands forward. Slowly lower onto your belly. One last time to find that wide cobra. If it felt good, take it. You'll lift the chest up. You might even this time dip the left shoulder forward and look to your right elbow. Sometimes you can find a nice stretch in the shoulder here, and then you'll lift up. Right shoulder forward, look to your left. Rise up and take a moment of pause. So as you come down, your one hand can be placed on top of the other. Let it be a pillow for your forehead. You might even bend the knees and gently windshield wiper the feet side to side. Just gentle motion, doesn't have to be large. And release the legs. In your own time, make your way up to tabletop pose. Any final movements you'd like to take here, whether that's cat-cow or lateral movements side to side. And swing your legs around in front of you. You'll come to a seat. Bring your right shin in front of the left as you sit up nice and tall here. Take a breath in. And start to tip your heart forward. So imagine the center of your chest, your sternum, was reaching beyond the front of your mat. You can bring your fingertips down. This might be where you stay. You'd like to walk them just a little bit further. You can. You might feel that space in your sacrum and your low back. Whenever you're ready, maybe even look down towards the ground. Take a full breath in. Long exhale. 2 more like that. Breathing in to expand. Breathing out to soften. And fill up. And empty. Walk the hands back towards you. You'll sit up tall again and then just switch. Your left shin will come in front. You might feel a little strange, like it's not the natural way you would sit. For me, it's the side. For others, you might sit with your left. This might feel more comfortable. So you'll sit up tall. Can you tip the pelvis slightly? Fingertips come down. Maybe you stay and then look down, or maybe you walk the fingertips just a little bit further and you fold forward and drop the head. Remember, it's not about how low you go, it's just creating a little bit of sensation. More important about what it feels like, right? Than what it looks like. So lean into that. Let it be about what it feels like rather than what it looks like. There you are. Take one more full breath in and out. Now slowly come up to a seat. Make sure you have enough space behind you. You might even consider taking that pillow behind you, placing it long ways, like along your spine. And you'll lie back onto it. So taking just like an easy supported fish pose, right? It doesn't have to be the most intense back bend. And even if you don't want to take a pillow underneath the back of your chest, totally fine too. You can just lie down on the ground. You might even take the arms up, reaching up towards the ceiling with the palms facing one another. When you start to open the arms wide like a T. That might be an intense stretch along the front of the pecs, the front of the arms. That might feel really nice. If it's too intense, bend the elbows and drag the arms down about to like 45 degrees rather than straight out to 90. Maybe even snug them in a little closer. Your legs can stay long or you can bend the knees. We're going to take our final rest here. So allow yourself to get comfortable. Let the back of your head rest either on your mat or on your pillow. Let it rest on something so you can soften, release, find that sense of ease. Close your eyes. You're not already there. Take a breath in and out. Invite in that stillness again. Sometimes when you find that physical stillness, your nervous system responds, our mind responds. See if you can observe that. Deep breath. Calming breath out. Again, big inhale. Slow exhale. Gently rock your head side to side. Maybe bend your knees if they're not already there and just roll off to the side of that pillow and you'll just press yourself up to find a seat. And once you're there, sit up nice and tall, maybe even bring your hands together right in front of your heart. And even bow your chin towards that space, maybe even gaze over your fingertips. Honor yourself for showing up just as you are today. Know that that is enough, and even more so. Take a big breath in. Maybe even open up your mouth, finding that ease, that sigh in your exhale. Stay here, bring the thumb tips to the center of your forehead. Maybe even lift your chin again, your face on the side here. Remembering to be kind to yourself so you can then, in your own way, share that kindness with others.